Hey there, this is me, Alexander, your life coach, NLP trainer. I want to talk about emotional fitness. I know that you're one of the person that you're on your journey like me, and you know the feeling when you have reached a goal. You're celebrating, you're happy, and everything is perfect. That's really so cool. And still, I want to give you some great tools to have emotional fitness every day, before you reach your goal. You can't wait to be happy. You know, you can't say, I don't believe in that I'm going to be happy today, I'm going to reach my goal. No, be happy on your journey towards your goal. So the first step is what about when you're meeting some events, circumstance that you don't like, challenge for you. Okay, what about your thoughts? Go back in time and take an overview and take a look on that. Because you need to, change that. If you use too much time, every time you meet challenge and you get stuck there, stay there for hours and hours in this negative behavior, these negative thoughts. Don't you think it's time to change that? Take back control, and you can do that. Go back, take a look on that, write it down on a paper. Every thought you normally do, because there's some patterns there. You're repeating these thoughts every time you meet some challenge. Write them, all of them down. Write them down on a paper, and you can decide what kind of thoughts you want to think next time. You can actually decide what kind of pattern you want to run. So the next one is about what kind of question do you come up with when you meet challenge. It's a big difference. Take a look on this. If you say, why does this always happening to me? It's just like you program your brain to looking for some negative stuff inside of you. Because our question is really about programming your brain for something. Your brain will look for answer. So instead you can ask yourself, what can I do now to get the life I want? Right here and now. Then your brain gonna look for answer. So take a look on your question when you meet challenge, because you can choose what kind of question you want to ask yourself. You can choose how you want to program your brain when you meet challenge. Instead of say, why does this always happening to me? You can ask yourself, what am I willing to do right here and now to make it the way I want, for example. And the next one is about the posture. Take a look back in time. I believe that you can remember that when you met some challenge. Your shoulder was maybe down, your head was down, you was looking down on the ground. So instead you can lift up with your shoulder, up with your head, your eyes. And it's cool to think about that. They say if you don't remember something, if you lost your key or something, it's better to look up because your brain is looking in picture. So remember this, because a lot of time we don't think about this. And this little thing, it's so important when you meet challenge, because I don't want you to get stuck there. I don't want you to use much time on that. I want you to use time on solution. I want you to use time on great, cool stuff for you on your journey towards your goals. And the next is about focus. What do you focus on through the day? And especially, what do you focus on when you meet challenge? And it's so important, especially challenge you can control. It's a lot of challenge we're going to meet that we can control. So what about the meaning? I can give you an example. Back in time I lost my dad. He got a tumor in his head. And I remember I was really hurting. I felt this pain, I was afraid, and I couldn't see, I couldn't see really much in that time, and I wasn't into coaching, so I hadn't this, I didn't knew about these tools, but suddenly something inside of me changed that meaning, and about what was happening with my dad, because suddenly I could see how my whole family was gathering around my dad. And my dad, he took care of everybody. He gave them wisdom. He prayed for people. And people that never was talking together, just suddenly they came together with my dad, and I was hugging each other, and I was talking about to use more time together, stick more together, you know. And suddenly I could see a higher purpose, a meaning with everything. That's maybe this was a gift, you know. Maybe it was a reason for this, you know. So we all could stick more together. We could take more care of each other, and maybe also for us, for me, you know, think more about my future, think more about my connection with God in all this, you know. And my dad was really into he believed really in God, you know. And suddenly I can see something different just with changing, with a change of the meaning. So if you change the meaning, it's so powerful. So this is a step I really advise you to do. What about your thoughts? What about your questions? What about your posture? What about the meaning? And if you do this, I promise you, it will be so different. And still, I want you to have a great life every day on your journey.